Los Santos is heating up once again. Oscar Guzman is back, and he's bringing big business with him. In the latest GTA Online update, Oscar Guzman Flies Again, you'll be running high-stakes smuggling missions, dodging the feds, and stacking cash like never before. Whether you're a solo hustler or rolling with your crew, these brand new opportunities will have your bank account soaring. Want to know how to make the most money out of this update? Buckle up, it's time to take flight. Now that we know Oscar Guzman is back in business, it's time to dive into what really matters, the missions that will have you raking in serious cash. From high-risk smuggling runs to adrenaline-pumping airdrops, this update is packed with new ways to make money fast. Let's break down exactly what you'll be doing and how you can maximize your profits in Oscar Guzman Flies Again. The first of 6 missions is titled Up and Running. As with any new business endeavor in GTA Online, you need a good setup mission, and this serves as the setup for this new update. After accepting the mission, Oscar Guzman will provide the player with a SMG MK2, a sniper rifle, and a manche for the job. The mission is to intercept a Streamer 216 plane used by the Barrios Los Aztecas to transport weapons, steal their cargo, and sell it to a buyer. Oscar will send you the location of a mountain trail on Mount Gordo leading to a transmission tower used by the Aztecas to hide their flight path from government radar. The area in which the tower is located is deemed as a dangerous place with reports of cougar attacks. Cough cough. Hint hint. After destroying the transmission tower, the Aztecas are forced to fly the target Streamer 216 in a lower altitude to stay under the radar, allowing you to hit it with the weapons provided. You must damage the plane using the weapons for the cargo to be dropped. There will be 4 crates you have to collect before the plane leaves the airspace. The pilot will send a distress signal and the Aztecas reinforcements will show up on land vehicles, making it difficult for the player to chase it down. After collecting all of the cargo, Oscar will send the location of a buyer in Cape Catfish. As you leave the area, Oscar will notice a large unidentified aircraft in the radar, launching an aerial attack and destroying the cargo that you just sold, but don't fret, you will still get paid for this mission. You will receive $18,000 for the setup mission. With the operation officially up and running, it's time to take things to the next level. But before we can start making real money, we need the right tools for the job, and that means getting our hands on a powerful aircraft. In Setup Mogul, we're going after a heavily guarded plane that will be key to our smuggling runs. Get ready, because this next mission is all about speed, precision, and making a clean getaway. After accepting the mission, Oscar Guzman will provide you with a Velum 5-seater for the job. The mission is to steal a Mogul owned by Eberhard munitions to be used to get closer to the targeted Titan 250D without showing up in their radar as an enemy aircraft. Oscar sends the location of the Eberhard munitions airstrip near Banham Canyon, where 2 Eberhard-owned Moguls can be found, a silver Mogul and a black Mogul. The airstrip is surrounded by Eberhard security guards, which is to be expected, but it's still a pain to deal with. After stealing one of the Moguls, Eberhard will send reinforcements in the air almost immediately, so be fast in this next part. You must deliver the Moguls to Mackenzie Field while evading the Eberhard jets and missiles. Oscar is waiting outside the hangar armed with a homing launcher. Flying closer to Mackenzie Field will allow Oscar to shoot down the Eberhard jets. After the enemy jets are taken down, Oscar suggests that you test out the Mogul's bombs. He will send you coordinates of 4 different Eberhard bases in Blaine County to be destroyed using the Mogul's bombs. Once the Eberhard bases are destroyed, you are free to deliver the Mogul to Mackenzie Field to be stored for the Titan job. Optionally, you can return to Eberhard munitions airstrip and steal an additional Mogul to be used by Oscar. In these missions, the more things you have stored for the finale, the better your payout will be, so be mindful. Yes, it will take longer, but the profit will be well worth it. In this first playthrough of this mission, I went ahead and stole the second Mogul just for the heck of it. Now that we've secured the Mogul, we've got the wings we need to move product, but before we start flying high, we need solid intel to stay ahead of the competition. In the next setup mission, Intel, we're going deep into enemy territory to hack into secured servers and gather crucial information. Stay sharp, this job isn't just about flying under the radar, it's about outsmarting anyone who stands in our way. After accepting the mission, Oscar Guzman will provide you with a keycard, Blazer ATVs, and the location of a drone station set up by his contacts within the Madrazo cartel as a favor from Martin Madrazo. The mission is to use a drone provided by the Madrazo cartel to hack the Eberhard servers and gather intel on the Titan 250D. Once you enter the drone station and get control of the drone, you must use it to fly to the Eberhard base in the warehouse in port of Los Santos and avoid the cones of vision of the Eberhard security guards and enemy drones. You do not necessarily have to be sneaky, you can shoot the enemies that shoot at you with the gun attached to the drone. You must maintain line of sight with the Eberhard servers using the drone and hack all 4 servers. After completing the hack, Oscar will have enough data about Eberhard's Titan 250D, including planned routes and test flights. Oscar will send the last known location of some Eberhard cargo that has been transported via boat, and included a signal jammer specifically made for the Titan 250D. Not to anyone's surprise, this stuff will be submerged underwater because that's how Rockstar rolls. Oscar suggests you could steal the cargo, find the signal jammer, and attach it on the previously stolen Mogul to be used while intercepting the Titan 250D. Arriving at the shipwreck location, Eberhard security is seen scouting the area for survivors. Oscar tells you to find scuba gear in the area and collect the sunken cargo on the ocean floor. The water is infested with sharks, making the search more difficult. Again, thanks Rockstar. After collecting all cargo crates containing the signal jammer you were sent to collect, you must deliver it to Mackenzie Field Hangar. With the intel mission complete, we now have the critical information we need to keep our operation running smoothly. But knowledge alone won't get the job done, we need the right equipment to move serious weight. That's where Iron Mule comes in. In this next setup mission, we're going after a heavily armored vehicle that's built to haul cargo through the toughest conditions. Get ready to hit hard, move fast, and secure the muscle we need to dominate the smuggling game. After accepting the mission, Oscar Guzman will provide you with dune buggies and signal jammers. Oscar will send the location of a weapon testing site set up by Eberhard Munitions at the Redwood Lights track. The mission is to plant signal jammers in the area, force Eberhard to send reinforcements on their DH-7 Iron Mules, jam their flight systems, and steal the vehicles to be used to carry Titan 250D ammunition crates. Arriving at the weapon testing site, you have to plant the jammers in 4 strategic locations. They will be marked on the minimap. After the jammers are planted, you have to destroy as much of Eberhard assets as you can find in the area: fuel tanks, vehicles, crates, etc., in order to force Eberhard call in the air support in DH-7 Iron Mules. Once the 4 DH-7 Iron Mules arrive with reinforcements, you will activate the jammers that you just planted. This will cause the helicopters to lose control of their flight system and be forced to land, allowing you to steal one of them. After stealing the first DH-7 Iron Mule, you will deliver it to Mackenzie Field to be stored by Oscar. The first DH-7 Iron Mule will be used to steal the Titan 250D ammunition in the next setup and will be used by Oscar during the Titan job to transport the ammunition to the Titan once it is finally stolen. Optionally, you can steal 3 additional DH-7 Iron Mules and an Insurgent pickup custom from the Redwood Lights track. Like I stated earlier, the more you steal and store, the better your payout will be in the end. With the Iron Mule in our hands, we've got the heavy-duty transport needed to move serious product, but firepower is just as important as mobility. In ammunition, we're gearing up for the battles ahead by securing a stockpile of weapons and explosives. This mission isn't just about collecting supplies, it's about making sure we have the firepower to defend our operation and take out anyone who gets in our way. Lock and load, it's time to arm up. After completing all of the previous preparation missions, Oscar Guzman will set up the previously stolen DH-7 Iron Mules at the port of Los Santos, closer to an Eberhard cargo ship carrying the Titan 250D ammunition that you will need. Oscar will fly you to the port of Los Santos in his Velum 5-seater. You will have to jump out of the plane and land at the port and get in the DH-7 Iron Mule. Additional weaponized helicopters can be used by your associates to escort you. It is better to have strength in numbers on this mission, but is completely optional. The player piloting the DH-7 Iron Mule must use the vehicle's hook to steal the cargo containing Titan 250D ammunition from the Eberhard cargo ship. Communication jammers and signal flares will be provided to you to assist you on this mission. The former is used to block Eberhard from calling for backup for a limited time. The Titan 250D ammunition must be delivered to Oscar's contacts at the Maze Bank Arena parking lot to be stored for the Titan job. Optionally, additional equipment can be stolen from the cargo ship, each of them providing a different benefit for the Titan job and also adding to your total payout at the end. Now that we're fully armed and ready for anything, it's time for the final play. Everything we've set up, the Mogul, the intel, the Iron Mule, and the ammunition has led to this moment. In the grand finale, the Titan job, we're going after the ultimate prize, a massive Titan aircraft loaded with high-value contraband. This is the big score, but it won't be easy. Expect heavy resistance, high stakes, and a payout that makes it all worth it. Let's get in, take control, and fly this operation to victory. Thanks to the intel you acquired by hacking into the Eberhard servers previously, Oscar was able to track down the Titan 250D used by Eberhard to disrupt the Cape Catfish weapons deal. Depending on your choice and setup, Mogul, Oscar will either fly you to the Titan's location in the Mogul that you stole, or will provide air support to your Mogul by flying alongside you in his own separate Mogul. As both Eberhard-owned Moguls are not tracked as enemy aircrafts, they can reach the Titan 250D up close during the job. Oscar will use the previously stolen signal jammers from the sunken cargo to mess with the Titan's signals. You must use the Mogul's weapons to damage the Titan 250D and shoot down Eberhard's enemy helicopters escorting the plane. Upon reaching Raton Canyon, a Eberhard Kosaka will emerge and fire a remote-controlled missile at the Moguls. You can either shoot it down or evade them by performing maneuvers. More of Eberhard's air support will show up in pyros as you approach Los Santos. After dealing enough damage to the Titan 250D, the plane will be forced to reroute for an emergency landing at the Grand Sonora Desert. At this point, you will be allowed to abandon the Mogul and drive to the Titan's landing location. Arriving at the location, you will find the Titan grounded and surrounded by Eberhard security guards. In order to get the Titan back in the air, you will manually repair the vehicle's engine through a minigame. Meanwhile, Oscar heads to Mackenzie Field to pick up the DH-7 Iron Mule and uses it to deliver the Titan's ammunition to the Titan 250D. Oscar will drop off the ammunition crate next to the Titan, and then you must load it onto the plane to be used in the final part of the job. More Eberhard reinforcements will be sent as the ammunition is being loaded. After the Titan 250D is successfully repaired and loaded with ammunition, the vehicle is ready to take off. Oscar will send the location of Eberhard's operation centers, their Kosaka submarine and an Eberhard freight train. You will need to maintain altitude to the right of each target and use the Titan 250D's ammunition to destroy the targets. The weapons are on the left side of the plane and can be accessed via the plane's gun camera. After dealing a huge property damage to Eberhard and stealing their Titan 250D in response to Oscar's disrupted weapons deal, you are free to land the stolen plane at Mackenzie Field to be stored and sold by Oscar, thus resulting in a fairly generous payout. With the Titan job complete, we've pulled off one of the biggest smuggling operations in GTA Online history. From securing the right gear to executing high-risk missions, this update has delivered non-stop action and massive payouts. But this is just the beginning. Now that you've got the setup, the real money-making begins. Whether you're running solo or with your crew, there's plenty more cash to be made. So get out there, keep grinding, and stay tuned for more updates and tips to dominate Los Santos. Until next time, stay awesome and keep gaming.